A very pleasant good evening, and welcome to TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports. My name is Scott Beeman. We're about 11 minutes away from kickoff on the pregame show, sponsored by my good friend Kevin Shear at Farm Bureau Insurance. We've got a big pregame show for you. We've got stats, we've got scores, things you got to worry about here today. And also we've got interviews with head coach, Hagerstown head coach Scott Snodgrass and Northeastern head coach Mike Roeder. I'll tell you a little bit about the matchup tonight. It's the premier matchup in the conference here with Centerville, of course, being out in front of the conference, but Hagerstown, Northeastern, and Union County all 1-0. And this is a matchup of two 1-0 teams. Other games around the area, Centerville's at Lincoln, and Winchester's at Union County is the other two conference games. Westell's at Tri, Union City's at Monroe Central. Those are the other games. We're going to take a quick break on the Farm Bureau pregame show, and when we come back, we're going to talk to, actually, Troy Derengowski, my boss, is going to talk to Northeastern head coach Mike Roeder on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Coach, I know last week was tough. What do you say to your team, and certainly for this week, to try to forget that and put that game behind you and really have to focus this week on a good Hagerstown team?
Well, we emphasized the first half and how well we played. It was probably our best half of the year. And then we learned the valuable lesson that if you turn the ball over, can win. You have to take care of the ball. I mean, we feel like if we just make one less turnover, we're okay in that game. But the turnovers we had were very untimely, and that's death in a football game.
Coach, Connor being out of your lineup, how's that affected you guys just from the standpoint of his ability to run the football, and have you changed things offensively at all?
I would say, I mean, you can't say it hasn't affected you. I mean, he's an awesome weapon, and we missed that big play capability. He could pretty much take it to the house on any given play. But, yeah, I mean, we've had to kind of reevaluate what we can do without him, and we've maybe shifted to a bigger backfield and tried to emphasize what we can do best, which is power the ball. And don't get me wrong, Cole Redder can still make a big play for us, and so can our other back, Griffin Bry. But you can't replace a senior like Connor. I mean, he is sorely missed on a daily basis.
Well, and you proved, though, that you could do it. You mentioned the way you played in the first half last week.
Yeah, and that was a good team we played. We let one get away from us and against them in the first half that we can still compete and hang with anybody, I think.
All right, talk about this week, your preparations for a football team that you'll play up there that's playing really well right now.
Yep. It may turn out to be one of those games you look back on and say that's where the conference was won or lost, and it's hard to put that much emphasis on one game to a teenager because we don't want them too high or to feel like if they don't get it done that their season is over. But the facts speak for themselves that the winner of this game the last few years has gone on to do good things, and so we do feel like this is the championship game this week, and next week will be the next championship game.
Yeah, and Coach, they had such a balanced attack last week. It appears that Owen is starting to throw the football pretty well, and certainly they can run the football as well.
Yeah, I remember, 2 years ago we said that this kid's good. He's going to be really good, and he's gotten better each year. And when we watch him on film, he's scary. He can beat you with his feet, he can beat you with his arm, and that's what you want out of a quarterback. So Scott has a good situation over there with his backfield. He's got some big senior playmakers, and in Oliver and Gollier, and then he's got the Hicks kid who is. So we've got our work cut out for us on defense this week, that's for sure.
Yeah, I got one last thing. When the veteran coaches match up like this, what is usually the edge when you guys get together? Because you met so many times, I don't think there's many secrets.
Yeah, we don't. It's kind of like we were just talking about this. They haven't changed what they do over the years, and we haven't changed much what we do. We know each other inside and out. We don't see each other in the summer like we do with other teams in the area, but it's chess match, and we're spending a lot of time just trying to find a little. Do this? Can we do that? And you want to try and find those little edges, but at the same time, I don't want to overdo it. I mean, we do what we do good. Let's concentrate on that a little bit too.
Back at Hagerstown High School, it's TEC football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. Hagerstown, and time constraints is going to make us push back Scott Snodgrass' interview a little bit, maybe into the later part of the first quarter. But we'll get to that interview for you as we go on the pregame show, sponsored by our good friends at Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear as your agent, my former teammate, and your future agent is what it should be. Again, around the area tonight with the TEC, we talked about Centerville, Hagerstown, Northeastern, Union County, all 1-0 in the conference. Tries 2-1. For whatever reason, always schedules a number of games earlier in the year. And then, takes a quick, 2 wins, 1 loss lead or something along those lines. And then come back to earth. But Lincoln now 0-1, Union City 0-2, and Winchester surprising 0-2. Last week, Centerville beat Shenandoah. That was the upset of the week. Eastern Hancock edges out Northeastern. Hagerstown blows out Winchester. Tri beats Lincoln 26-8. Union County blows out Union City 42-12. And there you go. Northeastern, Mike Rode, he's 105-113. He's his 21st year at Northeastern. And Hagerstown led by Scott Snodgrass, 34-32 in his 7th year. We are getting close to national anthem time, and we will take a break for the anthem, come back, and give you more for the pregame show. It's TEC football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. To do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Coach, congratulations on another big win last week, and it's fun. Social media is fun in a lot of ways because I can watch as I'm doing my game and watch you guys. Talk about the win. You had a great balanced attack. Defense
tough team, and they're going to win a lot of games. I'm positive of it. They're just kind of adjusting to their new offense, so I think that was where we could excel a little bit defensively against them, and offensively, I think we're starting to find our niche and figure out what we can do as a team. We talked about that a couple weeks ago. When we figure out who we are, we'll be pretty good, and I think we're getting there. I think our offensive line's coming along really well, and we've got a lot of young guys working in, but they're growing up quick, and this is another week where they got to grow up a little bit more, and our focus is mainly just on getting one step better each week by the time we get to sectionals. So we're trying to just focus on that, not necessarily focus on hype or focus on a bunch of different things, or looking at the next team and who beat who and all those things. There's really not much time to do that when you're coaching high school football. You got to immediately get on the next job and then on the next team and in preparation for that. And I think our kids have done a pretty good job of refocusing and kind of looking at what's right in front of their face and not worrying about anything else.
I talked to Owen last week, and he was disappointed in his Game 2 performance. The thing is, and I'm going to, before I talk about the game, I was leaving here. He's running after practice, long distance running. Talk about his dedication and coming at it runs. What a great kid.
Yeah, you got a kid like that, you almost got to slow down some so they don't overdo it. But what I like most about him is he's very mature in the position and very mature as a leader on the team, and he understands that, I think he's finally figured it out. He doesn't have to carry the team on his back. He's just got to help us go in the same right direction. And he's starting to get that understanding. He's gotten a lot of attention from schools early, and I think that kind of pressured him a little bit too. And I think he was trying to do more than he had to. And I think he's finally figured out that work, and I think that he's got that mentality now, and he's spreading the ball around. He's focusing on little details. I mean, he's if he throws a ball wrong, he's asking, what do my feet look like? I mean, he's doing all the little things that are going to make him great by sectional time, and that's all we can hope for out of any of them.
Well, you had a balanced attack last week. When I looked at the statistics, I was like, wow. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better, could you?
No, we had quite a few guys touch the ball, and we threw the ball pretty well, and we also ran it well, and again, that's a testament to our offensive line improvement, and I think our defense put us in some pretty good field position situations too, and we do a little pre-practice and post-practice stuff with different groups to try to put them on the fast track of improvement, and I think that they're really responding to it. We get all the coaches out there together, and we all work with them so they get the attention they need, and I think that that's been a huge help for us the last few weeks.
Well, it's another big week. I don't have to tell you about this when Northeastern and Hagerstown gets together. What a great rivalry, and that's what high school football is all about.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. Northeastern's been good for several years now, 3 or 4 or 5 years actually, and I think the last time we beat them was 2012 season maybe. But it's been they've had a really good run, and I know they're planning to. Just like every year we try to improve too, and I'm excited to see what we bring to it. I know it's going to be a physical game, and I know that they're going to have a great game plan against us, and we have to have a great game plan too. And I think it's going to come down to who makes the least mistakes, in my opinion, because I think we're both physical teams, and I think we're both quick teams, and I think we both expect to win. So it's kind of what high school football is about. And it's a lot of fun, and fortunately for us this week, they're what's in front of our face. So that's all we have to focus on.
They run that offense that you don't see very much. There's a lot of teams run it, I guess, in some respects, but talk about the to defend.
Well, I think the thing with their style of offense is each week they get better. I mean, they get better at blocking, they get better at handoffs, they get all those little things, and that's kind of the nature of the way that offense works. And Coach Roeder does a great job installing it, and they work on it all summer long. And it's just one of those things, just kind of like what we do when we start getting all the little details right, then it's pretty darn effective. And they're to the point now where they're getting the details right pretty fast. So this is a game that we're going to see a seasoned group of young men that are good at what they do, and hopefully we'll be a little more seasoned by Friday.
Coach, what do you see in their defense? And they have been playing offense, but what about that defense?
Very aggressive defense. Coach Oler does a great job. I think that they're gonna fly. They're gonna gang tackle. We watched them on film. We talked about it as a team. We're not playing one kid. We're playing a team. And hopefully that's what they're playing when they play us. They want to play a team. That makes it a lot harder to beat. And so I think if defensively they focus on one player for us, I think they may have a problem. So they're going to have to shift their focus a little bit too. But every single one of the kids on their team is going to come hard and come to play, and they expect to win. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I think point two, and every week we learn a little bit more about ourselves, and we grow a little bit. And I think hopefully this week will be one week better than we were last week.
Back at Hagerstown High School, you heard interviews from both Mike Roeder and Scott Snodgrass. I want to thank my boss, Troy Darengowski, for that. Much appreciated. He is the best in the business, and that's why. Northeastern has won the toss. Hagerstown has won the toss. Northeastern will receive. Northeastern wearing the gray pants, the white, green numbers with the yellow trim. Across the way there with the Michigan-style helmets. Hagerstown with the all-purple jerseys, yellow numbers, white outlines, yellow helmets. So we're about just ready to go here, and I am short a camera person here, so we hope that she gets here by the kickoff. We're ready to go. You might just see center field here for a little bit till we get that going. If you want to get a hold of us, it's at Scott on the Air on Twitter. Love to hear from you. Tell us where you're listening from. We are online and worldwide. So back to kick it off for Hagerstown, and that triple threat Hagerstown kicking. That's a line drive that's going to get caught and downed very quickly by Griffin Bry. So Northeastern offensively, they've got a new quarterback this year, junior Isaiah Loftus. They've played 3 games. He's thrown 7 passes. So gone are the air raid type of offenses that Northeastern's had the last couple of years. They're going to grind it out, and they should. They've got a lot. Redder is no slouch. He's got 62 carries, 407 yards, 6 yards a carry, and 4 touchdowns. Griffin Bry, he's got 142 yards, and Dylan McDaniel, he's got 136 yards rushing. So underneath center is the aforementioned Isaiah Loftus. He'll hand this one off. It is Griffin Bry around the left side. He'll gain a good 6 or 7 yards. So I'll try to keep my sure to be wrong statistics, and my camera person's on the way. So as long as they stay right here, we're good. That's a team tackle there. Somebody's got to tackle him. Works in basketball. Somebody's got to get the rebound. So we'll call it a team tackle. Is that a thing? Anybody know? Is that a team tackle? Is that a thing? Is that a stat? We don't know. We're just going to go with it. Gang tackle. We're going to go with gang tackle. That sounds much more violent. I like it. Around the right side is McDaniel. I'm sorry, that's Cole Redder. He'll pick up the other 5. So Griffin Bry gets 5. Dylan McDaniel gets 5, and that's first down. First and 10 now on the Hagerstown side of the field. They started on their own 42. They hand it up the middle. It's McDaniel. So the 3-headed monster running attack that Northeastern has, flexing its muscles with a 5, 5, and a 4-yard run to start it out. Northeastern comes into this game 2-1. Their only loss last week to Eastern Hancock at 28-24 to their old nemesis in the sectional, Eastern Hancock. They beat Knightstown and Winchester. A win against Winchester is becoming less and less impressive. They're 0-3 on the year. Hagerstown 2-1. Their only loss was opening week to Shenandoah. We were there for that game. This is a sweep to Cole Redder. He can't find anything. He's going to lose 5. If you got scores from around the area you'd like to send to us, we'd love to hear them. Or if you just want to tell me what a good job I'm doing. The tweet is at Scott on the Air, all one word. If you'd like to tell me what a terrible job I'm doing, that's Radio Troy on the Twitter. McDaniel, around the left side, gets caught from behind. Nice tackle there. Ryan Gollier. And Dylan McDaniel will lose a couple. So 4th down here for Northeastern. Here comes the punting unit. And I fear that the game is going to go out of my camera frame. That one is punted away, and that nearly got blocked by the up lineman. That'll roll out of bounds at around the 10-yard line. He nearly kicked that right into the back of somebody's back. So Hagerstown takes over with bad field position. It was a theme when we had them in the first game against Shenandoah. They had a rough go of it. And we'll tell you about Hagerstown. They are much more comfortable with their offense. Owen Gollier, the senior, 28 of 53 for 470 yards passing. He's got a quarterback rating of 97.2. It sounds like a radio station. You're doing just fine. He's in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. One set back. It's Mason Hicks. In motion is Oliver. Gollier will keep it himself. Cuts it inside. Maybe gains 3. He does them both. 470 yards on the throwing end. 220 yards on the running end. Shotgun again for Gollier. Hicks to his right. Oliver again in motion. He'll get the handoff this time on the end around. He's got room. Spins away from one. Picks up a good Jalen Oliver. Cole Redder with the stop. And my camera person's on its way right about the time the play's getting back in my frame. This time on the end around, Cody Swim. He'll pick up 6. Second and 4 now for the Tigers. Shotgun for Gollier. Almost a flag there as Hicks maybe left a little early. Carmen paid it out, though, as he gets to the line of scrimmage. Third and 3, give 1 for Mason Hicks. Third and 3, and we'll get a flag there. That's Hagerstown 64, John Sophomore. And I got to tell you, I can't remember the last time I saw a false start in a high school game. It just doesn't happen all that often. But there you go. So 3rd and 8 after the penalty for Hagerstown. Gollier, pitch to Hicks. Looking for him around the right side. Cuts it inside. Doesn't get the first down, but it'll gain 4. They'll bring up a 4th and about 2. Maybe a 3, maybe a long 2, 2.5. Some decimals in there. 6:23 to go here in the first quarter. And looks to be a punting situation for the Tigers. Back to punt it away is Cody Swim, who's got to get his shoulder pad fixed first. Wardrobe malfunctions. Back to receive it for the Knights is Wesley Mull. And that's a good-looking spiral punt, high in the air, going to land around the 30-yard line. Take it running backwards, looking for some room. He's got a couple blockers, and they didn't block for very long. Gets it out to the 34. So a pair of punts to start it out. I want to thank Allison, our camera person. This will be McDaniel around the left side. Lots of running. 2 yards, maybe. We'll give him 2. He's got 4 on the day on 3 carries. Second and 8 now for North. That is straight up the middle. Cole Redder gets driven back. They gained about a yard on that. Bring up a 3rd and 6 now for Northeastern. 4:38 to go here in the first quarter, still scoreless. Glad you, wherever you are, so glad you took time out of your busy Friday, spend some time with us. Under center's Loftus. Pitch now comes to Cole Redder on the sweep. They'll pick up 2, brings up another 4th down. There's no real mystery for Northeastern. It's not a matter of pass or run. It's going to be a run. But they've got enough horses back there where misdirection could be a thing here going forward. But nevertheless, the punting team comes out. It's Caleb Loiza. Back to punt it. Back to receive it is Jalen Oliver. That one is a end over end. Oliver will field it at his own 20. Shakes and bakes, picks up 2 or 3 more, gets all the way out of bounds to the sideline. They'll start at their own 23. So Hagerstown takes over with their second possession. Gollier on the shotgun. Hicks with him. Looking to throw. First pass of the game. Down the middle of the field. Lofts it. He's got Hicks. And looking for a flag are the fans here of Hagerstown. I'm not sure I blame them. Incomplete there. It was intended for Mason Hicks. He had him. What he didn't account for is the defense of Hunter Kirkland. This one, sideline. Nice catch there from Jalen Oliver. Beckhamish, a 16-yard reception from Jalen Oliver. And I wish I had the capability of doing replays. I do not. So I'm going to tell you, that catch was really good. There's your replay. 3:17 to go in Hagerstown a little bit. Gallia will keep this one. Cuts inside, looking for some running room. Bounces to the outside on the far side of the field. Still running. Finally pushed out of bounds after a hard-fought gain of about 4. Brings up a 2nd and 6. Second and 6 for the Tigers. Tackled in bounds. I thought he was pushed out of bounds. Clock's still running. 2:36 to go here in the first quarter. Fake pitch to Hicks. Bounce on the outside. He's got the first down and more. Down the sideline. One man to beat. Wrestled down at about the 15. Nice play there. Caleb Loiza chased him down. Check it out. It was Wesley Mull. Not 15-11. I'll figure out how much that is. 32 yards is what I hear in the press box. We'll go with that. My stats are always wrong anyway. It doesn't really matter. I could have just made it up. They could be messing with me, though. That's totally possible. 9-yard carry there for Hicks. Gallia in the shotgun. Gives it to Hicks. Should be enough for the first down. And it is. The 1st and goal on the 2. Cheerleaders are now telling the Tigers to score. I'm sure that didn't occur to anybody. Minute 10 to go in the first quarter, and we'll see if they take their advice. It's good advice, honestly. Penalty flag on the play. And I have apparently jinxed Hagerstown. Second false start I've seen all year in 3 games. I've already called a Hagerstown game, too. Now pushing back 5. It'll be a 1st and goal from the 7 now. Oliver around the end. Up. I'm not sure he picked up anything. He might have lost a couple. In fact, he did. That's 2nd and goal from the 10. .28 seconds to go here. They're going to have to run one more play here. Oliver in motion. Gallia rolls, looking to throw. Has his man. It's Oliver. It's close. Right at the goal line. But gets it to the 1. A 9-yard catch for Jalen Oliver. That'll do it for the first quarter. A quick first quarter, knock on wood. It's 0-0 here in the TEC. It's Radio Troy Digital Sports on your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. We'll be back for the second quarter in just a minute on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Back at Hagerstown High School, 0-0. Start of the second quarter, but it may not be 0-0 for long. Hagerstown with a 3rd and goal from the 1. Gallier in the shotgun. He'll keep himself and plunge forward for the Hagerstown touchdown. And it wasn't scored for very long. A 1-yard touchdown run by Owen Gallier. And it is 6-0, Hagerstown. Extra point on its way from Clay Cochran. And that is no good. Extra point fails from Clay Cochran. But it's 6-0 Hagerstown, 11:56 to go. I want to thank some help here. Head basketball coach at Northeastern listening on his way back from Florida. Appreciate you listening. Also a score from my good friend Brian Ray. Good guy. He's still an official, so, take that into account. But Centerville leads Lincoln 6 minutes to go in the first quarter, 7-0. Thanks to Brian Ray. I like him even though he's an official. So thanks to everybody listening, including Brent Ross. Despite the fact I have an 0 for forever record against him, I still like him. He cheated every time, though. Seriously. By, being better at coaching than I was. That was the biggest thing. So back to kick it off in a 3-headed monster. Who knows where this is going to go. It's probably going to be on the ground for Hagerstown. And it is on the ground. And that's right off the chest of Quantrell Gammon. I saw them as I was walking in, Northeastern practicing that. And Quantrell Gammon went up. Nevertheless, Northeastern will take over on Hagerstown's 48. The downside when you do it that way is you're giving up good field position every single time. But that's okay if your defense is up to the task. Centerville 14-0. Now is Brian Ray keeping me up to date on that one. Redder off the right side. Oh, nice sidestep to make somebody miss. He's still going. I think that's the right stick he just used right there. 14 yards on the carry. Hitting that B button, Cole Redder is. Brings up a first down. He picks up 14. First and 10 now. Loftus looking to throw. That is complete. Finds his man. One Griffin Bride. Picks up a good 12 on that play. Worth mentioning, that is Loftus's 8th pass attempt and 4th completion on the year. What we're saying is they don't run it, they don't throw it all that often. That is factual. Redder up the middle. Picks up a yard. .10:14 to go, and Northeastern now driving. 2nd and 9. Hands it off to Redder. Up the middle, he'll pick up 4. .9:40 to go here in the second quarter. Third and 5 for the Knights. This is 21, Hayden Martin. Picks up 3. I'll call it 4. Fourth and 1, and I'm doubting a field goal's coming on the 12. Press box is voting pass on this. For that. I will, however, go with a timeout. Northeastern will take one. Timeout Northeastern. 8:41 to go. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 6-0 Hagerstown. We'll take a break. It's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and you'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Back at Hagerstown High School, scoreboard update. Richmond and Muncie Central's tied at 6. Richmond looking for their first win of the year. Fourth and 1 now for the Knights. This one will be Redder up the middle. Down to the 1. Picks up 11. First and goal on the 1 for the Knights. Centerville 21-0 on Lincoln. And Centerville, the surprise team of the year, they beat Shenandoah last week. A Shenandoah team that handled this Hagerstown team. Let's be realistic. Handled them. I wouldn't say it was a blowout, but they weren't really all that stressed. And they can't get that as Cole taken down the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It was 2-0 Shenandoah at halftime, if I recall correctly. Shenandoah always tough. Once again, thanks to Brian Ray on the scoreboard updates from Lincoln. Second and 5. Side's ready. He cuts on the inside, gets knocked forward. He'll pick up a couple. He lost 4 the previous carry. I had that wrong. And he'll get it back to about the 2. Brings up a 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, give or take. 7:06 to go. He'll get stuffed right at the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th and goal. And if I've done enough Mike Roeder games, there's a 0% chance he's kicking a field goal. 4th and 1. At the 1. I'm not entirely sure Northeastern has a kicker. Olivia Harris is listed as the kicker. I haven't seen Northeastern kick a football other than a punt in a long time. And that's a flag as Griffin Bry jumped. And instead of a 4th one, it's now a 4th and 6. That is not going to turn out well for young Griffin Bry in films tomorrow. He's not that young. He's a junior, but still. Younger than me. 4th and goal now from the 6. Looking to throw it. Loftus is picked off. Jalen Oliver at his own goal line. Up the sideline. Gets it out to about the 20. And the promising drive from Northeastern ends with an interception. The Hagerstown student body's chanting interception. That's what we got. We don't have the ability to show your replay, so they're just going to recap it for you. It was an interception. So 1st and 10 now for Hagerstown. Oliver with the run, picks up 8 off the right side. Good solid block in the air by purple jerseys. .5:38 to go. Got a flag on the play. It's going to be a holding on Hagerstown, so it doesn't matter about the good blocking. Ooh, we even have a microphone for the official, too. Fancy. So holding on Hagerstown will push him 10 yards back. It'll be a 1st and 20. It's a spot foul. 10 yards from the spot of the foul, not from the line of scrimmage. So from the shadow of his own goalpost, Gallier hands it off to Hicks. He'll pick up a couple. Give him 2. He's got 19 yards on 5 carries by my sure to be wrong statistics. Looking to throw his Gallagher. He's got lots of time. He's going to tuck it. Still looking. Finally going to start running. He's going to get a block up ahead. He's got down the sidelines. He'll get the first down. We'll see where they finally mark him out. It's 15 for the first down. I'm going to give him 21 on that. He was on the 13. Now he's on the 35-yard line, so give him 20 even. Not my job to do math. $59 yards on 4 carries for Gallagher. Screen pass here to Hicks. Check, that's not Hicks. That is Cody Swim. $5 yards for Gallagher. 3 of 4 for 30 yards. .412 and counting here in the first half. And a game that is clipping by rather nicely. Flag on the play there. Before we get too excited about what just happened on the play, let's see what the flag is. And everybody's going backwards, so I'm thinking holding. And I was right.
Offense, 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, second down.
So what would have been a first down ends up being in a whole bunch. Although the flag was at what would have been the first down marker, so in fact it ends up being a 2nd and 10. So not all that damaging, all things considered. $3:50 to go in the first half. Pitch out here to Hicks. Tries to make one man miss. He doesn't make that man miss. All he does is drag him for a while. The man he dragged was Elijah Sellers. Be sure to stick around in 3 minutes and 35 seconds. Square Donuts halftime show. Scores, stats, and a message from the commissioner of the IHSAA. Third and 5 now. 5 yards for Mason Hicks. He's got 24 on 6 carries. Out of bounds, stops the clock. Shotgun to running backs. Hicks on the sweep. Cuts it inside, gets near the first down mark. We'll see if they spot it. I'm going to guess they're going to call it a first down because I feel like first down for the Tigers on Hicks' run. I feel like the TEC gets charged for measuring because they never do. First and 10 for the Tigers. Gallagher looking to throw. He's got time. Flushed out of the pocket now, goes left, and he doesn't have any time anymore. He gets dragged down. Caleb Loiza, the senior, with the sack. Loss of 10. So brings up a 2nd and 20 with 2:46 and counting. That one fired to Jalen Oliver on that little bubble screen. That bubble screen got him about 2 yards. Maybe a yard. I was incorrect. I said it was Central. I am apparently incorrect on that. It's 13-0 Muncie Central And the first year for Abe Toffik at Richmond not going as planned. Not Muncie. Well, depending on how much you like Monroe Central. Monroe Central 6-0 over Union City right now. Collier looking to throw. Gets flushed out of the pocket, looking for room, runs into his own man, then runs into a white jersey, gets back to the line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here comes the punting unit. Back to receive this one with 1:25. Wesley Mull. And back to kick it away is Cody Swim. And they're going to milk as much of this clock as they can and get under a minute before they snap it. This one snapped away. Wobbler. Mull will get his chance at the 35. Going the wrong direction. Back to the 30. They get dragged down to the 35 where he started. So the interception does its job, stops the touchdown from Northeastern, but they can't capitalize on the turnover. Hagerstown punts it away. Now Northeastern with a chance to put some points on the board. They've got 2 timeouts. 51 seconds to use them. That's fumbled. Nobody's celebrating, so it is assumed that that's recovered by a white jersey, so a loss of a yard for somebody there. Timeout Northeastern. So timeout Northeastern. We'll take one with them. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 37 seconds to go in the first half. 6-0 Hagerstown. It's TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout our area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Back at Hagerstown, 37 seconds to go here. After the timeout from Northeastern, they'll try it again on a 2nd and 11. They've got a timeout left. See what they come up with here. Loftus in the shotgun. On the sweep, it's Redder. He'll cut inside. He's got room. Bounces out to the right. Can't break the last tackle. Picked up 8. Could have been more. Nice tackle there by Hagerstown. Last timeout taken by Northeastern after the 8-yard gain. Timeout Northeastern. Their final one. 28 seconds to go. We'll take a break with him on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Still 6-0 Hagerstown. It's TEC football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-023.
.28 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 6-0 Hagerstown. A 3rd and 2 facing the Northeastern Knights. They're out of timeouts. And they need about 57 yards. Under center is Loftus. Looking to throw. Got pressure from the backside. Completes it. But he can't get out of bounds. Clock will stop for the moving of the chains. Picks up 6. That was 86. I think. 84. It was 80-something. 17 seconds. Northeastern not sure what to do here. They're in the wrong spots. The linemen are backwards. Loftus rolling out, looking to throw, and he just spikes it, and that's an intentional grounding. We'll see what that call is. An intentional grounding on Isaiah Loftus, who was being chased by 4 rather large guys in purple jerseys and thought maybe if I just get rid of the ball, they'll stop chasing me.
The result of the play is an incomplete pass. Intentional grounding, offense, 5-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, loss of down, second down.
Okay, so 5 seconds left. It's not a 10-second runoff. That is a rule in the pros for sure, and maybe college. Weren't sure if it was a runoff here. And it's a second and a mile for Northeastern with 5 seconds to go. And I was expecting knee here. And he's getting to the locker room.
Because the foul was the reason for the clock being stopped, defense gets to choose when the clock starts. They've decided the clock will start on the referee's signal.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
They better be ready as soon as he drops his hand.
That's a handoff to Redder. Out the middle, and that'll do it for the half. He picked up 8. He needed 65. So that's half. Cole Redder finishes out with 40 yards on 12 carries. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the Square Donuts halftime show. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1960. Through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
The Indiana Football Hall of Fame in Richmond, Indiana was founded in 1973. Women who have excelled in high school, college, or professional football based on their coaching, athletic ability, citizenship, scholarship, and significant supporting contributions to the game of football. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame includes retrospection from Indiana's prestigious football history, from the late 1800s to the present. When you visit the hall, you'll see the names like Weeview Bank, Vegas Ferguson, Newt Rockne, and Lamar Lundy. The Indiana Football Hall of Fame is located at 815 North A Street in Richmond and is open Tuesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. There is no entrance fee and donations are appreciated. Indiana football history at the Indiana Football Hall of Fame.
It's time for the Commissioner's Corner, an exclusive weekly update from the IHSAA Commissioner himself, Bobby Cox. Now for the inside scoop on what's happening day to day with the IHSAA. Here's Coach Bobby Cox.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Bob Lovell, and it is our weekly conversation with the Commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox. And Bobby, this week, earlier in the week, Basketball Hall of Fame picnic, kind of an annual rite of fall because it's one of those things you look forward to. Number one, it's a great event. Number two, the announcement of the boys and girls teams to participate in the always outstanding Hall of Fame Classic during the Christmas break. And it does give us a chance to highlight one of the more important entities in our state, and that is the Basketball Hall of Fame.
You're right, Bob, and we're the IHSA is happy to support the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. Their picnic, where the coaches come in and speak to the assembled group about their season upcoming and what to expect, and it's kind of an interesting affair because each coach doesn't want to give away what they might be doing to the other team, so they talk about how good the other team is, and it's kind of an interesting affair, but we're always happy to support that, and the Basketball Hall of Fame is such a treasure for our state, and I think sometimes we take it for granted that they exist and they do all the great things they do, in that there aren't very many states in the country that have a Basketball Hall of Fame, nobody like the one we have, and quite frankly, operates at the level and interest that they do.
Well, Chris May and his staff do an outstanding job, and you're right. I always try to explain this to people when you talk about the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame induction dinner is that Wednesday before the boys' state finals on Saturday, and it is a dinner in which 1,200 people will attend the dinner. Just gives you an idea of the scope of how important this is to our state when you can get 1,200 people to come to a dinner that lasts nearly 4 hours. It's an unbelievable affair. You're there every year. You can attest to it. But it's a remarkable accomplishment. And, yeah, we have the best high school basketball Hall of Fame in the world. I don't think there's any question about that.
I would agree with you, Bob. And not only do we get 1,200 there the Wednesday before the boys' championship, but later in April, the girls have their induction, and there's 700 or 800 people that attend that event as well. So when you combine those two events and the honor that they bestow upon coaches and former players and administrators. It's quite an event, and we're happy to support the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Bobby Cox with us. We're talking about high school sports in our state. All right, Commissioner Cox, week number 4. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but it's week number 4 of the high school football season coming up on Friday.
It is, and now we're getting into conference play and conference play in earnest. And what's going to happen now is coaches are going to start digging a little deeper in their playbook because they've played 3 ball games, and everybody's exchanged film on huddle. Everybody knows what's going on. So now you got to come up with something a little unique to maybe get that little advantage, to get that conference win and advance yourself in your conference and maybe win that championship leading into our tournament, which will be the 3rd week of October.
We managed to miss serious weather, and I now have put the hex on Friday night. But it has been 3 weeks of a lot of offense, 3 weeks of a lot of exciting games. I've been struck by the number of streaks that have begun and ended, but I think more than anything, I've just been amazed at how many points our teams are putting on the board every Friday night.
Well, I think that's a reflection of the opportunity that our coaches have to work with those kids during the summer, Bob. I think the advent of 7-on-7 and how much it's grown over the past several years really improved offensive efficiency of all of our teams, and I think you're seeing that in the reflection of the scores. It's not that our defensive coaches have gotten bad. I think offense has just gotten better, and so now it becomes a situation where defense has got to figure out ways to contain and try to keep the points down. But it's exciting for the fans, and I think it's exciting for the kids, the new style of play. I don't think you see very many schools anymore going 3 yards in a cloud of dust.
He's the commissioner of the IHSAA, Bobby Cox, our weekly conversation about all things high school football, basketball, and all things around our state. Commissioner, as always, it's great to talk to you. I know you're going to have a lot of fun this weekend watching some great football.
I will, Bob. Thank you very much.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages baseball and softball indoor training facility. Call 993-2353 for more information.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously and so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Back at Hagerstown High School, it is halftime. And Hagerstown Tigers lead this one 6-0. Here's the scores I've got from around the TEC. And if you're hunting for goose eggs, you came to the right spots. There's lots of them. Centerville leads Lincoln 21-0. 6-0 here. As I told you, Monroe Central leading Union City midway through the first quarter. Last score I saw, 20-0. And Union County leading Winchester down in Liberty, 20-0. I do not have yet a score for Westdale and Tri. Muncie Central leading Richmond, 21-14. My sure to be wrong statistics here on the Square Donuts halftime show. Let's first start with Northeastern. There's not a whole lot of them. Isaiah Loftus, I have him as 2 of 3 for 20 yards. One was a pick. Cole Redder, 12 carries, 40 yards. Griffin Bry, a carry for 5. Dylan McDaniel, 3 carries for 4. Hayden Martin, a carry for 4. Griffin Bry got a catch for 12. And somebody whose number starts with an 8 had a catch for 8. But I am not as 82, he says. And that would have been Caleb Johnson. So we'll give 8-yard catch. For the Tigers, Owen Gallier, I have him for 4 of 5 for 31 yards. Mason Hicks, 7 carries, 29 yards. Gallier himself, 6 carries, 49. Jalen Oliver, 2 carries for 10. Cody Swim, a carry for 6. Jalen Oliver, 3 catches, 26 yards. Cody Swim, a catch for 5. And I forgot Gallier with the touchdown run, the 1-yard touchdown run as well. So not a whole lot to talk about in terms of big plays here. The 1-yard touchdown run by Owen Gallier after a couple of second and goals. Thank you, sir. And then, of course, the interception when Northeastern had it 1st and goal on the 1. They went backwards. They went forwards. They ended up with a 4th and 6. And the pass intercepted by Jalen Oliver. Stalled with a punt, but nevertheless they get the stop when they need to. 2 minutes to go until the third quarter starts. I'm done with my Score Donuts halftime show. If you got any more scores to give us, we'd love to hear them because most of the people behind me don't want to be on camera anymore. So let's get rid of that. It's TC Football, Radio Troy Digital Sports. 6-0 Hagerstown, third quarter. A-coming.
Not all insurance agents are the same. Choosing the right one can make a big difference in price, service, and value. That's why you should choose Harrington Hoke Insurance. As an independent agent, they don't work for an insurance company. They work for you, the client. And their job is to get to know you, your family, and your business so that they can help you develop an insurance plan that is just for you. Serving Richmond and all of Indiana since 1933, Harrington Hoke Insurance, we got this.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've...
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966 website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z. As an internet service provider, Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
Today's game is being brought to you by your Richmond area Subways. Enjoy the Subway sub of the day. Monday, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, oven roasted chicken. Wednesday, turkey breast. Thursday, Italian. Fridays, tuna. Saturdays, Black Forest ham. And Sundays, meatball marinara. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. Back at Hagerstown High School, start of the third quarter. 6-0, the Tigers lead the Knights. And the game had just not a whole lot of thrills, to be honest. We'll see if the third quarter proves to have a few more fireworks. 28-0 now. Centerville leading Lincoln, thanks to my good friend Brian Ray. And we finally got a ball. Turns out that's important in football. So finally got a ball. Turns out that's important. Here we go. Northeastern to kick it away. First time their kicker's been out here. And a little pop fly that's going to land in the arms of Camden Rhodes. So Northeastern looked like about an 8-iron, a little chippy 8-iron right there. Hagerstown started on their own, 47. Sorry, check that, 43. Straight up the middle is Mason Hicks. And good chunk of yardage finally for the junior. Picks up 8. They'll get it again. Up the middle. Enough for the first down. Pick up about 7. (12-8). Was that Try or Westell? Try is leading that 12-8. We appreciate that. Nice move there from Owen Gallier. He's going to bounce it outside. Cuts inside again. The shifty Owen Gallier. They're going to call that down before the ball popped out, though. Seven for Gallier. 56 yards and 7 carries. 8 yards a carry is a decent number if you can get it. Gallier, that's a broken play. He almost fumbled it himself, and he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage maybe. Might have stumbled forward for a yard, maybe 2. Broken play, then he almost fumbled it without being touched. It is most definitely football weather here tonight, probably in the low 60s by now. Hicks up the middle, dragging a white jersey, enough for the first down. He'll pick up 2 or 3. They give it to Hicks again on the draw. Not even really a draw. Picks up 4. All of a sudden, it's a battle of the running backs now with Hicks. And that'll be fake there. It's going to be lofted to the corner. Jump ball there, and good defensive play there from Shane Berry. It was intended for Clay Cochran. So he kind of had a hunch, shotgun handoff, and then the quick fake and hoping to get somebody biting. It didn't happen. Shane Berry not fooled, the sophomore. Centerville 35-0 on Lincoln. Goddard looking to throw, steps in one across the middle, finds his man. It's Cody Swim. Cross the middle, brought down. Picked up. Hands off to Hicks up the middle. He's got room, and he'll get to touchdown. Touchdown, Mason Hicks. 15-yard touchdown run, and that's a clinic on how to open up a half from Hagerstown. My apologies to the Hagerstown fan. It had occurred to me that my background for there was blue, not purple. My bad. Collier looking to throw. He's got his man. It's Oliver. 2-point conversion is good. So 14-0 Hagerstown. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 9:17 to go in the third quarter. Hagerstown leads at 14-0. We'll take a quick break. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At the Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation, and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
Back at Hagerstown, Indiana, Hagerstown High School. It's TC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard says 14-0 Hagerstown. 9:17 to go in the third quarter. And a three-headed kicking monster of Hagerstown ready to go. This one's a high bouncing one that'll be fielded by Griffin Bry. He'll pick a couple yards, and Northeast will take over on their own 47. So now the task at hand for Northeastern becomes a little bit large as they are a running team primarily. Pre-game, Isaiah Loftus only attempted 7 passes all year long. So 1st and 10 there. They're not going to throw their way back into the game. They're going to need some big plays. They're going to try right now with Griffin Bry around the end. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Loses a couple. His first carry. Check it's not his first carry. I'm on Hagerstown stats. So he lost a yard. We'll call it a yard. He's got 2 carries, 4 yards. Beating Winchester 40-0. And There's a rumor going around this particular press box, which means there's like 7 guys talking. 4-yard carry from Cole Ritter, that a number of Winchester players were suspended for this game. A couple removed from the team, couple suspended. Bad for Winchester, good for Union County to be sure. Third and 5 now for the Knights. Bry's in motion. Loftus will dump it off to Bry, and that just had some problems from the jump there. So 4th and 5 now for the Knights. Loftus got rid of that just a touch too early before Bry turned around all the way. Unit out for Northeastern. Caleb Loiza. Jalen Oliver back to receive. Good punt there from Loiza. Will land roughly around the 12. You can take a Knights roll, and Jalen Oliver catches the ire of the fans, who looked like he was going to pick that up. I don't think I've ever heard 50 or 60 people say no all at the same time. I think I just did. So first down looks like around the 5-yard line. We'll see where we need this near side official to help us out. Looks like about the 5. Six-yard line officially. And Hagerstown now with a 2-touchdown lead. Got in the shotgun, hands it off to Hicks. Up the middle, he'll pick up 3. Hicks now 68 yards on 13 carries and a score. $35-0 Centerville. Centerville feels like they have to keep up with Union County. Lofted here in the corner. And that's going to be a flag. I'm not entirely sure that was a catchable ball, but you can't hit a guy like that and not get a flag. So pass interference is going to come on Caleb Loiza. Halftime at Lincoln. 35-0 Centerville. It's been a long time since Centerville's beaten anybody 35-0. $15-yard penalty from the previous spot, so an automatic first down. I'm not sure it's automatic or not. Doesn't matter. It's automatic here. 7:02 to go here in the third quarter. This big Gallier keeps it around the left side. Here cuts in forward. He actually lost that one. I think he's down, though. He is. Picked up 6. 64 yards on 9 carries and a touchdown. (28-14) Muncie Central leads Richmond. Halftime there. Hicks on the sweep. Tries to juke it, take it out from under. We'll see where they spot it. They're giving the first down. Picks up 5. This will be Gallier straight up the middle, picks up 3 or 4. Call it 3. So apparently it's a race here. It's Monroe Central, Centerville, and Union County. They've got 35, 36, and 40 to nothing scores there. Monroe Central piling on Union City. Mason Hicks picks up 3 or 4. Give him 4. Nearly picked off there as Owen Gallier got hit right there as he threw it. Brings up a 4th and 4, and they'll bring out the punting unit. .5:17 to go in the third quarter. Punting situation now for the Tigers. They do lead it by 2 scores, though. This one's a high, not very long kick, lands at the 30, and that is a massive mistake. He tried to pick it up and he missed it. That was Wesley Mull, and then he got tackled and was just laying there for somebody to pick up. And the first big, really big play here as Hagerstown picks up the fumble and advances their field position about 40 yards. So Wesley Mull tried to pick it up. Cardinal rule on a punt returner is once this comes to a stop, you don't pick it up and try to run with it. And he tried to do that and paid the price. So big turnover there for Hagerstown. Gallier looking to throw. He's got time. Pocket. On the run. Should have gotten picked off. It doesn't. Ends up being complete. Grant Vinson. That was a 13-yard reception, give or take. Called 13. Went right through the Northeastern player's hands and right into Vinson's. Gallier now finds him again. Yeah, Cody Swim. It's Cody Swim the last time, it wasn't Vinson. That was Cody Swim the last time, it was not Vincent. I misread the number. Picked up 5 there, so 36 there for Cody Swim. And a timeout Northeastern as they are getting run over right now, 4:34 to go. They're down 2 scores and on the verge of giving up a third. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 14-0. Hagerstown's TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the rich. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
4:34 to go after the Northeastern timeout. Hagerstown now with a second and about 6. Gallier in the shotgun. Rolls right, looking for his man. He's got his man. That is Grant Vinson. Picked up 6. And goal from the 6 now for the Tigers. To Hicks up the middle. Drags a couple white jerseys inside the 5. Picks up 2. Maybe 3. Give him 3. He's got 80 yards on 16 carries. Quick slant here, and wide open is Jalen Oliver for the touchdown. He won't get many easier than that. Now replays there. So the kick on its way here, at least. Bit of a bad snap, but up and good. The point after attempt is good. 21-0, 4 minutes to go. Here in the third quarter on the Wesley Bates Management scoreboard is TEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together, we make powerful partners.
The dealership where I bought new tires. So, of course, I stopped by Best One and asked Roger to take a look. So they checked it out, and he told me not yet. He said I was good for at least another 10,000 miles. I've always gotten an honest opinion at Best One, and so will you.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark at Best One Tire and Service. We'll only sell you tires when you need new tires, and they'll be the right tires for your car or truck. I guarantee it.
Best One Tire and Service, North 7th and A, Uptown Richmond.
21-0. Tigers lead it. Looking to snap a 4-game losing streak to the Knights. And they've done a pretty good start of it here as the ground ball fielded by Wesley Mull. And the farther this gets away from Northeastern, the worse it gets for them, as you then become reliant on Isaiah Loftus to throw the ball. So just under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 now on the 46 of Northeastern, 47 of Northeastern. Bry makes the man miss, gains a couple. They're going to give him 4 on that. I don't think he even got that far, but apparently he did. Three yards on the carry. Apparently I can't see. Three and a half minutes to go and running here in the third quarter. Second and 7. Out of the shotgun. It's Redder on the sweep. That ball's out. They're going to call it down. Gain of 5 there for Cole Redder. 49 yards on 14 carries. Hand off to Redder. Following his blockers up the middle. Good enough for the first down and much more. Gain of 10. Two minutes to go here in the third quarter. First and 10 Knights. Their best drive in some time. Loftus is looking to throw. Lots of trouble. It should have been picked, and it wasn't. Jake Combs got both hands on it. Second and 10 now for the Knights. To Redder on the sweep. Can't get the corners. He's brought down a nice tackle there. Get a number there, 54. Ryan Gallier. So a yard there for Redder. Thanks to Matt Palmieri sending a note through Twitter. Northeastern had a big lead over Eastern Hancock last week and blew that lead. Seen a lot of those, especially in college football. They didn't have a lead here. They've been shut out. Little inside reverse there, and that gets you nothing. Griffin Bry gets nowhere. Brings up a fourth down. So 4th and 10, and punting unit comes out, perhaps? Under a minute to go, clock running, 38 seconds. I'll have to at least kick this one away. They're going for it. Loftus looking to throw, rolls out right. He's got room, plenty of time. He's going to tuck and run. He's not going to run far enough. Might have picked up 5 yards. He needed 10. Knights. Give him 4 for Loftus. So turnover on downs, and Hagerstown with a chance now. They'll run out the third quarter here, almost certainly with this next play. And then go to the Novocaine package, see if they can't put this one on ice, numb this thing down. Although I can tell you this, I suspect that head coach Mike Roeder at Northeastern, after the couple of year spans he's had, is not going to get much sympathy. Guy, you're looking to throw. And makes the catch. Intended for Cameron Pertha. Picked up 13. And 5 seconds to go, that'll do it. Third quarter coming to a close. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 21-0. Hagerstown leads it. It's TEC Football on Radio Troy, Digital Sports.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Two cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com.
Back at Hagerstown, start of the fourth quarter. And the Hagerstown Tigers lead this 21-0 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Hand off to Hicks. Hicks will go up the middle. He's got room. Past the 30, 20. He's on the races. 10, 5. Touchdown, Mason Hicks. A 56-yard touchdown run from Mason Hicks. No flags. That'll help the old average. Off to the races. Straight up the middle, and there was nobody home for Northeastern. And a 56-yard touchdown run from Mason Hicks. And there's very few people here shedding a tear for Northeastern after the rampage they went through the last 2 or 3, 4 years through the TEC. You just need to look no farther than what Centerville went through for about a 4-year span after they dominated the conference. Lefty kicker, and that is good. On the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 28-0. Hagerstown leading Northeastern. 11:50 going in the fourth quarter. CEC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There are banks that are big, and then there's West End Bank. A bank with big ideas to help people, business, and industry. If you're just starting out on your own and want a new car, West End can help. Maybe it's your first home. West End Bank has ideas to help you. West End Bank, helping build better lives and a better community. West End Bank is a community bank with big ideas and home to a distinctive style of banking. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Today's game is being brought to you by your Richmond area Subways. Enjoy the Subway sub of the day. Monday is the sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesday, my favorite, the oven roasted chicken breasts. Wednesday is the turkey breasts. Different bird, same part. Thursday is Italian BMT. Friday, tuna. Saturday, Black Forest ham. Sunday, meatball marinara. 4 locations in Richmond and right here in Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. So that ball didn't go 10 yards. I'm like, oh, yeah, it did. Went 11. So Northeastern now needs a lot of scores, need it real fast. Around 49. Pitch here to Redder. Gets driven out of bounds, picks up 5. Quietly, Cole Rudder's not having a bad night, 65 yards and 17 carries. The rest of the team combined has 19 yards rushing. $136 yards for Mason Hicks unofficially. And when I say unofficial, what I mean is it's almost certainly wrong. Cole Redder up the middle. The very definition of unofficial. $11:02 to go. Also worth mentioning, Northeastern only has 2 timeouts left, you can see on your screen. Northeastern driving a little bit here. The clock is running. Loftus hands it off here. It's Hayden Martin. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he does. 2nd and 10, clock running. Four-year losing streak to Northeastern Hagerstown has coming into this one. And it's been, and you heard on the pregame show from Mike Roeder, this matchup has been the championship game of the TEC just about every year during that 4-year span. Winner wins the conference. It just happens to be Northeastern the previous 4 years. Redder around the right side. Makes one man miss. Breaks a tackle. Picks up about 10. We'll see where they spot it. And they do. It's about 11. 82 yards on 19 carries for Cole Redder. 10 minutes even. Clock running. Loftus in the shotgun. Screen pass. Finds his man. Quantrell Gammon. Quantrell Gammon listed at 5'10", 125 pounds. If he's 125 pounds, I'm 240. Go. Redder on the right side gets dragged down. Lost a 2 or 3 there for Redder. Brings up a 3rd and 6. And the clock is running. They're huddling up. Down 4 touchdowns with 8:30 to go and clock running. They're huddling and taking their sweet time. 13 on the play clock. Handoff up the middle. It's probably Redder. And it is. Picks up 3 of those 6. Fourth and 3 for the Knights here. Under 8 minutes to go now and clock running. Sweep here to Redder, and there's no place for him to go, and he's not going to get it. Turnover on downs from Northeastern. He might have gotten a yard. We'll give him a yard. But needed 3. And I can't recall, at least on this night, a more toothless Northeastern offense, at least not in my 3 or 4 years here doing radio. I think we're going to get a healthy dose of Mason Hicks in this drive. Using my vast knowledge of football strategy. Picks up 2. Stay tuned after the game for the post-game show. And the player of the game, Sponsored by the Richmond Area Subways. I got a hunch who it might be. I don't know if anybody can guess. $38-0. Centerville is ahead of Lincoln. That's still in the third quarter. Collier overthrows that one and stops the clock, which is the worst part of that play. What that means is that Centerville kicked a field goal, and they're one of the few schools in the TEC actually has a kicker that can kick a field goal. Not very many. Is Dante Torres. Hicks in motion. Collier looking to throw. Nothing's there. He just tucks it in. Smart play by the senior. Rather run the clock than incomplete pass. Brings up a 4th and 8 for Hagerstown. At 4th and 8, and they'll punt it away with the clock running. 2 timeouts for Northeastern. They don't seem to be in any hurry, at least on that last drive. And punting it away, here's Cody Swim. And that is a wobbler that went straight out of bounds. Cheerleaders got to keep their head on a swivel. .6:09 to go, and after the shanked punt, Cody Swim's kicking that football like I hit a driver. And Northeastern's got good field position. What they don't have is a whole lot of time. 6:09 to go here, and they're down 4 scores. As officially an 8-yard punt. I am fairly certain I could do that left-footed. That's Hayden Martin for a couple. The TEC has been populated almost entirely of one-dimensional teams. Northeastern was the exception last 4 years. Why they were so dangerous, I would argue that Hagerstown now is the exception. Northeastern has become somewhat one-dimensional. And it is tough to play catch-up when that dimension is running. Swing pass out here to the aforementioned Quantrell Gammon. Picks up 9. Third and 1 for the Knights. He got out of bounds, stops the clock at 5:22. Third and 1, Loftus. So hand it off to Redder. Redder can't get there. They've done a nice job on Cole Redder. He lost a yard. 82 yards on 23 carries. He's had to work for every yard he's gotten. 4th and 2 with the clock running. 5 minutes to go now. Centerville leading Lincoln 38-0. Up the middle. He's not going to get it again. That is the third 4th and short. Hagerstown stopped. Redder didn't even get a yard. 4:33 to go here in the Hagerstown student section where they chant. They've longed to chant for quite a while. Start the buses. Hicks around the end. Loses a yard. Don't think it's going to matter for his numbers. $42-0 Monroe Central over Union City. Lots of shutouts around the TEC. We'll get you all those scores in the post-game show. Sponsored by our good friends at Subway. Guy will keep this one up the middle. He'll fall forward. Picks up 4. Muncie Central leading Richmond 35-14. 16 on the play clock. 3:20 to go in the game. Gallier in the shotgun, taking his time as he should. 5 seconds on the play clock. Hands it off to Hicks up the middle. He breaks into secondary. Picks up about 15. So first down Hagerstown, that's going to give him a chance to run off another 2 minutes, give or take. Gallier hands it off to Mason Hicks. Gets to the line of scrimmage. Give him 2 yards. 153 yards on 21 carries unofficially. Hicks again. Now this will be a throw. Slants. Intended for Grant Vinson. I have to confirm this with my colleagues in the press box. I can't remember the last time that Owen Gallier's thrown an incompletion. I'm sure I've missed one in there somewhere, but I had him for 10 straight before that incompletion. Hicks up the middle. No, it'll be Gallier keeping it around the right side. Tries to stay in bounds and doesn't. Picks up the first down, though, and 4 fresh downs with 2:01 to go. $17 yards on the run for Owen Gallier, and he's approaching 100. Hicks up the middle. Picks up a couple. Clock run a minute 45, and the celebration has started here in Hagerstown. 4-year losing streak snapped here tonight. Gallier with the throw. Not sure why they're throwing. Stops the clock with 1:19. Intended for Jalen Oliver. 3rd and 8 now for the Tigers. 1:19 to go. Collier for Hicks. Gets a couple. They'll be able to run almost half the clock remaining off there. 30 seconds on the play clock. 1:03 on the game clock. And Northeastern's got 2 timeouts. They're going to take those home with them. Six seconds on the play clock, and timeout Hagerstown. So they ran as much as they could take off, and then they'll call timeout and bring out the punting unit. So timeout Hagerstown. 35 seconds to go on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. This one's over. 28-0. Hagerstown. We'll take a break. AC Football and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
There's only one place to go on the World Wide Web to find the best automotive deals. Wetzelauto.com. One of the area's largest inventories all in one spot. Wetzelauto.com. Here for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Wetzelauto.com. New and used vehicles, service, parts, body shop, and rental. Plus, value your trade. It's easy to navigate. It's convenient. Wetzelauto.com. It's clickin' awesome.
.35 seconds left to go here in this one, and Hagerstown after they called the timeouts. Presumably on how to take a knee. Hand off to Jalen Oliver. He'll bounce it outside. Stiffs arms a couple. Stays in bounds smartly. That'll be close to a first down. In fact, it is a first down by a pretty decent margin. Picks up 8. Flag, however.
Holding. Offense. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay, 4th down.
So 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul, and they're going to replay 4th down. So instead of being first and the game, it'll be now 4th and about 15. So erase that off of Jalen Oliver. Got an 8-yard run right there, so erase that.
Because the foul was the reason the clock stopped, the defense has chosen the game clock to start on the snap.
Guy in the shotgun. Hands off to Mason Hicks. And he barely got back to the original line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, to the line of scrimmage. They'll turn it over on downs. 25 seconds to go. Northeastern will take over. The Loftus. With a couple more shots at it. He's going to throw a wobbler that's really short. It's going to end up caught by Jalen Oliver. Intercepted. He'll go down the sidelines. He's looking to make a big play. He'll get tackled at 43, and that'll do it. 14 seconds to go. Another pick from Isaiah Loftus and Jalen Oliver. By my count, Isaiah Loftus completed 4 passes to Northeastern people and 2 passes to Jalen Oliver. So the victory formation now for Hagerstown. A 4-year losing streak dies. And I'm going to have to look this up for the post game, but I got to remember when the last time North came. Final score, 28-0. Hagerstown wins this one. We'll be back with the post game show. Sponsored by our good friends at Richmond Area Subways. After I tally up my sure to be wrong statistics and get any scores I can find. It's CEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120. Hi, this is Troy Darengowski from Radio Troy Digital Sports. You know what, staying in shape isn't always the easiest thing to do. So to help assist me, I work out in just one place. That's Family Fitness. I can do everything from lifting, body pump, kick fit, body flow, kettlebell, Zumba, CrossFit, and more. So if you're looking for a great way to stay or get into shape, check out Family Fitness Works in Richmond. Give them a call at 935-9191 or go to their website, familyfitnessworks.com. At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
Back at Hagerstown High School. Final score here, Hagerstown wins this one 28-0. I immediately figured out, because I actually called the game, Centerville did beat Northeastern last year. I do believe that ended a multi-game winning streak there. I don't remember exactly what it was. But I've already had a couple of folks on Twitter help me out. But anyway, final score here, 28-0. Scores I've got from around the area. The last time I heard, Centerville was up a bunch on Lincoln, 38-0 last I heard. Final score here, of course, 28-0. Hagerstown beats Northeastern. Monroe Central up 42-0 at Union City at half. Tri was up on Westdale. Union County's up big against Winchester. That's the scores I've got. Muncie Central is beating Richmond 35-14. Stats sure to be wrong. We'll start with Northeastern. Isaiah Loftus, 35 yards passing on 5 attempts. Actually had a lot more than that. I lost track of a couple of them. So I think he's 4 of 7, I think. Maybe 4 of 8 for 35 yards. Cole Redder, 24 carries, 82 yards. Griffin Bry, 7 yards on 4 carries. Dylan McDaniel, 4 yards on 3 carries. Hayden Martin, 6 yards on 3 carries. Isaiah Loftus, 4 yards on a carry. Griffin Bry had a catch for 12. Another catch for 8 yards. Quantrell Gammon, 2 catches for 15 yards. Hagerstown, Owen Collier. I am for 10 of 13 for 82 yards and a score. He also ran for 87 yards on 13 carries. Jalen Oliver had 2 carries for 10. Cody Swim with a carry for 6. Jalen Oliver with 4 catches for 29 yards and a score. Cody Swim, 3 catches for 23 yards. 2 catches for 19. Cameron Perther catch for 13. And our Richmond Area Subways player of the game, Mason Hicks. 24 carries, 158 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Congratulations to Mason Hicks, and congratulations to the Hagerstown Tigers. They move to 2-0 in the conference, as does Centerville. Next week, it'll be, when does Hagerstown play Centerville? It won't be until September 29th. Union County also 2-0 in the conference, presumably. They did not give up a miraculous comeback to Winchester. So next week, Union County will be at Hagerstown, a game that I may, in fact, be covering. We'll see which ones we're going to do there. Next week, Lincoln, Winchester, Northeastern Tri, Union City, Centerville, Union County, Hagerstown. It's the first full slate of games in the TEC. So for all of us here, that is Allison on the camera, myself, Scott Beeman, and thanks to everybody listening around the world, because we did have some listeners from Florida tonight. Thanks for listening. From Hagerstown, it's 28-0. Hagerstown beats Northeastern. It's been TEC Football on Radio Troy Digital Sports.